I want to tell you a story about something that really changed my life. It's late 2022, and after failing with dropshipping, I'm just starting out this new business model. I don't really know how it works, but it's something called SMMA. Fast forward 90 days into it, I still don't really have a big idea on what I'm doing. I've sent about 30 outreach messages so far, no booked appointments, no closes. My main focus has been on learning and researching and building my website. And so obviously, I was focusing on the wrong thing. I wasn't doing any type of outreach. All I was doing was procrastinating and focusing on building a website and learning. But I wasn't even doing that. I couldn't even focus on the wrong things. At 8 p.m. the night before a day of work, I would try and schedule what I was going to do tomorrow. I would work for 2 hours on building my website, and then I would do 4 hours of watching a course on SMMA. But when that day came, I woke up, I scrolled in bed for about 2 hours, and then I went on a certain type of website that I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And after that, I ended up just playing video games all day. But then I found Hamza, I found self-improvement like you probably did, and I changed my ways drastically. And about 6 or 7 months after changing my ways drastically, I hit 10K per month with my agency in the gym niche. And so now, after starting my new thing, which is coaching, I wanted that same level of rapid growth with my business. And so I made a video a while ago, basically explaining that I was going to go into a 30-day dopamine detox and see if Hamza and Imagaji and everybody were lying, or if that actually works. And today, it is 30 days later. As you can see, I have a habit tracker on my wall from those 30 days, and I'm gonna show you exactly the result I got at the end of this video. But before that, we actually have to understand why doing this type of dopamine detox is so important. And the reason it is so important is because it resets your attention levels and your focus levels. And through these 30 days, I've seen how important focus and actually doing deep work is in terms of moving the needle for a business. And so that's why my next video is actually going to be kind of like a full guide on how to focus and actually do deep work. And this is so important because focusing and doing deep work is how you're actually going to hit a big goal like 10K per month. And if I were you right now, 10K per month should probably be one of, if not your main priorities. And most people just don't see the importance of doing this. You should be willing to do literally anything to get there. 10K per month is where you can start to retire your parents and actually be financially free for the rest of your life. If you aren't willing to just go through a tiny bit of pain compared to the reward you're going to get from hitting 10K per month, I genuinely think it might be time for you to apply for a job at McDonald's. It cannot be stressed enough how important it is to actually reach this level of, financial freedom. I genuinely believe there's nothing more important than it. If you're like me and you're a teenager, I genuinely think it's probably more important than your health in the short term. And so the way that I did this was basically through a 30-day hard reset where I limited my access to bad dopamines and I drastically increased the amount of good habits that I did. And this is really all you need to do, is decrease the bad habits and increase the good habits. And this is because of a concept called instant and delayed gratification. And this is just basically how dopamine works. So you have your baseline dopamine, and then if you do something that's instant gratification, that spikes your dopamine, it'll go up, and then it'll come back down. But then when it comes back up to baseline, it'll go a bit below baseline. So if you keep on doing these instant gratification activities, and especially major instant gratification activities, when it goes back down, it'll come back up, and it'll be even further below your baseline. But if you do something that's delayed gratification, meaning you don't enjoy it right now, so your dopamine goes down when you do it, then your dopamine will come back up and it will be above your regular baseline. And most people in the modern day only do instant gratification activities. They only do things that make them feel good right now. And because so many people keep indulging in these terrible habits, so many people's baseline dopamine has just gone lower and lower and lower and lower. And this is why the term dopamine detox kind of blew up. Because everybody was facing that problem where their baseline was so low. Because basically everybody, besides people like us who are trying to make money, get on self-improvement, are just doing instant gratification every single day. But when your dopamine baseline is actually high, it makes your life so much better. For me personally, it really just allowed me to kind of enjoy the little things more, and it brings me closer to who I actually am by removing most of the external inputs. And probably one of the biggest instant gratification activities that people do is they indulge in bad foods. And fitness shit like calories in, calories out is purely fitness influencers trying to play on your instant gratification so that you buy their program. Like, I genuinely think the majority of fitness guru YouTubers are scum. They prey on people who indulge in instant gratification, and they just say, buy my course, you can eat anything you want in this course. If it fits your macros is all that matters, which is obviously fucking ridiculous. Fitness YouTubers, bro, they're so fucking stupid. So when it comes to these habit trackers, I'll lay out the exact habits that I implemented. There's 7 of them in total. It's meditating, gratitude journaling, exercise, deep work, waking up on time, learning and reading. And when it comes to learning and reading, they basically sound like the same thing. And so the way that I did it is I buy a lot of trainings and programs. And so for me, learning meant learning something from one of those courses. And for those 30 days, my reading was just basically reading one part of The Way of the Superior Man. And for most of the other habits, I'm starting them out pretty easy. I'm literally just meditating for 90 seconds every single day. I'm gratitude journaling 5 things on paper. And here they are, so you can see a bunch of them for the 30 days. And then exercise would just be me going to the gym, doing jujitsu, or going for a run. Deep work could probably be renamed as just moving the needle, doing at least one thing that moves the needle and gets me closer towards my goals. And then waking up is just waking up on time, which throughout the 30 days was either 4:45 or 5:45 in the morning. And so just so you know, the paper at the bottom here, that's me tracking those 7 habits. And then the paper there is me tracking the amount of money in my bank account. This isn't really a habit, but it's something I picked up from Alex Hormozy, and it actually helped me so much. And then the paper above right there is basically the next 30 days going into December. Every single one of those habits, and especially the one here, which is tracking my income, has actually helped me so much. These are basically the bare minimum things that you should be doing if you want to be going on a dopamine detox. And so that's why my next 30 days up here has a lot more in-depth stuff. And so the habit tracker stuff is one of the 2 things that I would do every single day. The second thing though is basically meticulously planning my day every single day the night before. So I'll show you what I've done today. So I have basically me waking up at 5:45 and then spending 15 minutes to do all the habits that are here. And then the next thing I spent 1 hour on is basically doing my essay, and I finished all of it. And then I showered and got ready. And then I posted some stuff on school, and I edited a bunch of shorts and I posted them. And then after that, I went outside for 15 minutes and spoke to my girl. And then I spent a really good solid 75 minutes on a module I'm making in my program called Systems Thinking. And this is probably the hardest work of my day. So I think tomorrow I'm going to do Systems Thinking first, because from now on, I don't want to just be doing needle moving action. I also want to be eating the frog. I'm basically doing the hardest thing of my day first. And so after that, I did a Q&A call with one of my clients, and then the next thing is recording this video, then it's gym, and then it's doing some deep learning on focus for my next video that I'm gonna make on YouTube. So as you can see here, this is basically like a full day of work. My young self from like 2021 or 2022 would have gotten this amount of work done, which I've done today, in about 2 or 3 months. And in terms of this tracker, the tracker about the money in my bank account, the money of my bank account has doubled. And that's just in the first 30 days of doing the dopamine detox. But just adding in new habits isn't all of it. The main part of it, honestly, is getting rid of stuff. And when it comes to sacrificing and doing less stuff, there's gonna be one big thing that you really, really don't want to sacrifice. And you're just like, nah, math doesn't mean that one, I'll keep it. I guarantee you, I am talking about the habit that you're thinking of. You need to get rid of it. That one nagging thing that you don't really want to give up at all, giving up that one thing is what is going to move the needle most for you in terms of actually being productive. So for me personally, this was listening to music and watching YouTube videos while doing my work. I really didn't want to get rid of that, but when I did, my work got so much better in both the amount of work that I was doing and the quality of the work I was doing. And so if you made it to the end of the video, I want to give you a treat for staying, and that is something that I implemented to this new habit tracker that's really going to be life-changing for me, and it'll be life-changing for you if you actually implement it properly. And it's actually something that I got from Charlie Morgan, and it's called the Self-Transcendence Workbook. And what it is a Google Doc that you create, that you read every single morning and read every single night. And literally just reading this one thing is literally going to change my life, and it'll probably change yours as well if you actually do it properly. So if you want me to help you set up your Self-Transcendence Workbook and kind of explain to you how it works, and I'll jump on a call with you completely for free and set it up for you, go to the description of this video, join the Discord server and DM me on Discord, and we'll hop on a call completely for free, and I'll help you set up your Self-Transcendence Workbook. But for now, that's it, and I can definitely confidently say all the hype around the dopamine detox stuff is deserved, and it truly did basically change my life. Please do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, everything like that, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye-bye.